Warm-up is now closed. Please clear the pool. Please clear the pool, swimmers. Warm-up is now closed. Please clear the pool. Please clear the pool. Thank you. Warm-up is now closed. Please clear the pool. Please clear the pool. Thank you. Good afternoon. It is still afternoon. Good morning. It is still morning. Not quite afternoon yet. Getting my time of day confused. Welcome to Corby East Midlands International Pool. Final heat session of the Swim England East Midlands Long Course Championships 2025. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. For the final time, please welcome to poolside your referees and their team of technical officials. Your lead referee is Steve Ward. He's assisted by Yvette Bell and Lee Smith. Your starters are Jeanette Johnson and Jenny Sawyer. And we're joined on poolside by the president of Swim England East Midlands, Mr. Ian Davey. If you'll also indulge me, this is the last time I get to thank some incredible volunteers. First of all, technical director for this weekend, the man that's organised all the officials, Mr. Terry Bream. Our IT manager, the man that fixes it when it all goes wrong, my right hand and someone I cannot do without, Mr. David Fortescue. I'd also like to thank our results manager this weekend and last, Kirsty Bellinge. My assistant meet manager this weekend, Michelle Parkins. Streamer-in-chief, my brother, only 16 years old, and doesn't he do a good job? Give it up for Aaron Nicholas. And also my entire family, who I couldn't do any of this without. Thank you to every single person who's volunteered and given up their time across the course of these championships to make this happen. You're all amazing. One more time, put your hands together for every single volunteer. Thank you. This is the girls' 50 meters butterfly, heat 1. Don't worry, we do still have time for the end of the song, just about. Summer Woodcock goes in lane 1, Charlotte Lucas in 2, Isla Davies in 3, Sophie Woodall in 4, Amelia Crow in 5, Elsie Baldwin in 6, and Bianca Banias goes in lane 7. Sophie Woodall takes the first heat in 34.27, while Bianca Banias takes second in 35.11. Elsie Baldwin takes third place. Thank you, swimmers. Please clear the pool by the sides. Please clear the pool by the sides. This is heat 2. Freya Chesterfield goes in lane 1. 2 is Catherine Pijan Liu. In 3, Remy Berry. 4 is Alyssa Giroud. 5, Alex Fort Williams. 6, Ivy Lowe. 7, Lily Mae Clark. 8 is Peta Morley. Alex Fort Williams ahead here as Ivy Lowe in lane 6 is on her feet. It will be Alex Fort Williams of Northampton that takes the win in 32.71. Alyssa Giroud second in 33.89. 33.09. 89? 89. And 33.97 for Lily Mae Clark. This is heat 3. Sophie Alliston goes in 1. Isabel Rafferty's in 2. Emily Armitage in 3. Megan Blair in 4. Philippa Cutmore in 5. Evelyn Sasbo in 6. Georgia Middleton's in 7. And Shivani Sharma is in lane 8. Megan Blair in the center, pulling further ahead. She's a couple of strokes clear. She will take the win in 31.96. Down from a 33.60 entry time. Isabel Rafferty second. Sophie Alliston in third on the third heat. Total of 11 heats to this girls' 50 fly this morning. Or rather now, I should be saying this afternoon. It's been a long championships. This is heat 4. Olivia Tagg is in lane 1. Elizabeth Martindale in 2. Lucia Fliori goes in 3. 4 is Sophie Lane. 5, Amelia Shield. In 6, Connie Kyle. 7, Sienna Brett. 8, Amelie Gunther. Sophie Lane, a body length ahead of Lucia Fiori. She'll take the win in 31.78. Down from a 33.2 entry time. Lucia Fiori takes second. Sienna Brett in third. This is heat 5. Roisin Power in lane 1. Kimberly Hayes goes in 2. Maisie Matthews in 3. Stanzi Crow in 4. Chloe Jensen 5. Isabella Havalja goes in 6. 7 is Catherine Fletcher. 8, Amelia Bird. Lane 3 is Maisie Matthews. It will be Maisie Matthews, I think, who gets the hands on the wall first. It is 31.92 for Maisie Matthews, ahead of Isabella Havalja. This is heat 6. Harriet Stevenson in 1 with Sky Holmes in 2. Susanna Burks in 3. Sophia Reeder in 4. Sadie Llewellyn in 5. Eliana Howitt in 6. 7 is Annabelle J. 8 is Fern Goodman. Lane 2 with the early lead here. Sky Holmes looking strong. Lane 7 possibly going to challenge, but it will be Sky Holmes, 31.52. Annabelle J, 31.66. Places her second, and Sadie Llewellyn in third. This is heat 7. Imogen Howitt goes in lane 1. Dorothy Plumpton in 2. Annabelle Blackburn in 3. 4, Emily Batchelor. 5 is Martha Manson. In 6, Holly Hale. 7 is Emily Talks. And 8 is Olivia Forsman. Lane 3 just ahead of 4 as they come into the wall, but will she get the touch? She will. Blackbird goes at 31.23 to win heat 7. Emily Batchelor second. And Holly Hale in third. This is heat 8. Anna Clark goes in lane 1. In 2, it's Connie Banerjee. 3, Alyssa Lowe. 4, May Singer. 5 is Miley Aram. In 6, Arabella Green. 7, Olivia Anstey. 8 is Evelyn Connor. This is the first of the cyclically seeded heats. May Singer, the third fastest. Those will be the wrong swimmers. This is heat 8. It's Emily Hewitt in 1, Amy Willis in 2, Jasmine Varshes in 3, Evie Chapman in 4, Elsie Hatton in 5, Isabella Parsons-Lowe's in 6, Isla Johnson in 7, Charlotte Callahan in lane 8. Jasmine Varshes took the heat, 30.51. Chapman second, Hewitt third. Very, very tight. Look at the difference between 4th, 5th, 6th. free 100s. And now this is heat 9. Well, you already know the swimmers because I've read them out in the last seat. Connie Banerjee kind of on her own in lane 2. No Anna Clark or Alyssa Lowe in 1 and 3. May Singer, as I started saying, the third fastest seed, enters on a 28.35. So this will be the first heat we're expecting to go underneath the 30-second marker. Connie Banerjee swimming well in lane 2. It will be May Singer, 28.87. Connie Banerjee goes 29.52, and Miley Aram, 29.90, puts her third. Heat 10. Mears is in 1, Eleanor Bevan in 2, Maya Al-Mohammed in 3, Eloise Cole in 4, Ellie Tennant in 5, Eve Doherty in 6, Jessica Robinson in 7, and Holly Coleman in lane 8. Eloise Cole of Repton enters sub 28, 27.98, the 17-year-old's entry time. She goes at 28.22, fast in the heats this morning. Maya Al-Mohammed goes at 28.78 to finish second, and Ellie Tennant is third. This is heat 11. No Betsy Wizard in lane 4. So Jenny Finch goes in 1, Olivia Beard in 2, Alexandra Bueller in 3, Emma Croker in 5, Asma LaFulha goes in 6, Connie Redard in 7, Grace Wingham in lane 8. 28.22, the fastest we've seen from the previous heat. Emma Croker will be the 4th fastest seed overall in lane 5. She goes first in the heat, 29.51 for Croker. Bueller nearly caught her. 100th behind Alexandra Bueller, 29.52. And Asma Fuller, 29.73, puts her in third. This is the boys, 200 meters IM, heat 1. Open male 200 meters individual medley. There are 16 heats of this event. James Hunt goes in lane 3 for Nova Centurion. Casper Sidlicker Corby's in 4. And Joshua Baker of Nova in lane 5. Joshua Baker of Nova Centurion leading. 2:54.73 his entry time. Can he challenge that this afternoon? And these two young men from Nova having a bit of a battle on the last 50. Josh Baker will come out on top. PB was 2:54.73. It's now 2:51.95. New lifetime best for Josh Baker to take the first heat. James Hunt goes at 2:52.67. Also well inside his entry time. This is heat 2. Rory Deakin of Repton is in lane 1. Marcus Parapijomchu of Grantham in 2. Thomas Buckley for Nova in 3. William Newman Carter of Bassett Law is in 4. Milan Rogers for Northampton in 5. David Usachi of City Leicester in 6. Toby Edmondson Grantham in 7. And George Riddott of Bassett Law is in lane 8. Last 50 and 4 turn together. Rory Deakin in 1. Marcus Parapajomchu in 2. Newman Carter in 4 and Rogers in 5. All turn pretty much together on the breaststroke. It's Deakin in lane 1 now. Who leads? Can he continue? Looks like he can, you know. Powering away. The 12-year-old from Repton entered on a 2:54.50. Going to be miles inside that. 2:48.94 for Rory Deakin. Milan Rogers goes a 2:51.75 to finish second. That is also inside his entry. This is heat 3. Lane 2 is Charles Saturnino of Nottingham Leander in 3. It's Fraser Pyfinch for Long Eaton. 4, Austin Graham for Loughborough. 5, Alfie Groundsel of Bassetlaw in 6. Noah Smith for Bassetlaw. 7 is Rufus Nunn for the City of Leicester. 8, Oliver Durant for the City of Leicester. $35.97 for Groundsel to be first over after the butterfly 50. Charles Saturnino with a great breaststroke 50 has pulled himself into the lead just ahead of Groundsel. Now Groundsel trying to pull it back on a freestyle. But Saturnino showing no signs of slowing on this last 50. It will be the 12-year-old from Nottingham Leander, 2:49.70. Down from a 2:51. Alfie Groundsel goes a 2:50.99 to finish second. This is heat 4. Dan Palmer for the City of Lincoln is in lane 1. Amit Yasil of Nova into Frederick Williams. For Eckington goes in 3. Stefan Baranowski of Leicester Sharks in 4. Tibi Nedelku for Wellingborough in 5. Lawrence Wickens for Market Harbour in 6. Fraser Manley of Repton in 7. Jack Cooper of Radford is in lane 8. Fraser Manley, fastest on the fly, out in a 33.69. Jack Cooper pulling alongside and maybe surpassing him now on the backstroke 50. Amit Yasil of Nova using breaststroke now to give himself the lead. He might just be ahead of Jack Cooper, or they'll turn pretty much together at least if Cooper does get on the wall first. No, it was Yasil, 2:05.68 his split. And now these two in a direct battle with lanes 7, 6 and 5 all coming back at them. Last 15. And Amit Yasil going from strength to strength over in lane 2. The young man from Nova takes heat 4 at a 200 IM in 2:43.19. Jack Cooper will take second in 2:43.5, and then Fraser Manley in third spot. This is heat 5. John Graham Brown of the City of Leicester is in lane 1. 2 is Joshua Hudson for the City of Leicester. 3, Oliver Taylor for Dronfield. In 4, Oliver Clark for Deepings. 5, Oliver Wilkinson for Lincoln Vulcans. 6, William Hand for Nottingham Leander. 7, James Oscroft, Northampton. 8, Oscar Venn, Northampton. Oscar Venn led at halfway. But now we see Oliver Clark and Oliver Wilkinson pulling through. 3 Olivers in one race. In lanes next to each other as well. And Oliver Clark now the obvious victor in this heat. The 13-year-old from Deepings enters on a 2:44.60. He's going to be inside that because he's got 10 seconds to swim 10 meters. Oliver Clark beats his entry time, 2:42.11 to take heat 5. Lanes 5 and 6, Wilkinson and Hans finish second and third. And only 5 100ths between them. This is heat 6. Paralympic finalist Bruce D goes in lane 1 for Northampton. George Swales of Nova's in 2. Ellis Millington for Nova in 3. Cole Cooper for the City of Lincoln Pentaqua in 4. Lincoln Wilson of Repton in 5. Kevin Varga for the City of Leicester in 6. James Lee for RBXL in 7. And Connor Furnish for Long Eaton in lane 8. Bruce D, Paralympic finalist on this event, the 200 medley, set his lifetime best at the Paralympic Games in Paris. That's 2:43.40. Cole Cooper pushing at the head of the pack though. Ahead of Ellis Millington. It will be Cooper over first, 2:02.36 to Millington's 2:03.13. Millington now trying to chase down Cooper. Last 15 meters. And Cole Cooper of the City of Lincoln is definitely going to win the race, no doubt about that. Body length ahead. Cooper takes the wall in 2:36.74. Second goes to Millington in 2:39.19. Bruce D comes in now with a 2:53.59. This is heat 8, heat 7. Heat 7. Seventh heat of the boys 200 IM. Oliver Smith is in lane 1 for Repton. Mark Kirley of Nova in 2. Joseph Hepburn for Long Eaton in 3. James Sickley for Nova in 4. Mason Trainer for the City of Leicester in 5. 6 is Harry Callahan Wetton of Nova. And then lane 8 is Dante Palmer for Nova. Lanes 5 and 2 seem to be the leaders so far, but I get a feeling that 4 and 3 will pull through the middle of that gap. And 6 also looking to make gains on this breaststroke 50. First over seemed to be Mark Kirley. It was 158.40 to trainers 159.20. And Kirley just ahead in lane 2. Starting to pull further away from the pack. He's got to hold on for another 35 meters. The 13-year-old enters on a 2:37.36. Going to be miles under that. 2:33.17 for Mark Kirley is a great time. Harry Callahan Wetting goes at 2:34.87 to finish second. Third on the wall there is Mason Trainer. This is heat 8. Eighth theatre 200 IM. Noah Juicnup of Bassett Laws in 1. Francesca Monaco for South Links in 2. Owen Johnson of Repton in 3. Case Al Jahazi for the City of Leicester in 4. 5 is Henry Mason Smith for Repton. Sorry, Henry Mason Smith for Louth. Arlo Hems Gilston of Repton in 6. Robbie Duff of Lincoln Vulcans in 7. Daniel Mastata goes in lane 8 for Corby. Robbie Duff leads into the final turn. Over a second ahead of Case Al-Jahazi. Last 25 meters, and Al-Jahazi trying to catch up with the Vulcan swimmer in lane 7. I don't think he's going to, though. 14-year-old Robbie Duff will get his hand on the wall first. He goes at 2:26.92. Well, his entry time was at 2:31.90. Smash for the 2:30 mark. In fact, none of these had entered underneath 2:30. And we'll see when it ranks just how many have. So the top 3 all going under 2:30. And we weren't necessarily expecting any of them to. This is E9. Notification of a disqualification. Event number 505, heat number 7, lane 3 was disqualified for a technical infraction. Max Burdett leads from lane 2. Racing his teammate James Nightingale to his right-hand side. In fact, loads of City of Leicester in this one. Howard, Burdett, Nightingale, Simmons, all City of Leicester swimmers. And Burdett powering away from the rest of the field. The 13-year-old from City of Leicester had entered on a 2:29.0, goes at 2:25.6. James Nightingale at 2:28.47 places him in second, and then Jacob Harness takes a 2:29.51 to place third. This is Heat 10. Lane 1 is Ben Carlisle of Grantham. In 2, Joel Harvey for Nova. 3 is Gabriel Corbett for the City of Leicester. In 4, Max Millington of Nova. 5 is Matthew Tompkinson for Louth. In 6, Oliver Smith for Radford. 7 is Theo Gillam for Nova. 8 is Mari Kane for Nova. Joel Harvey of Nova is just ahead of Oliver Smith in lane 6. It will be Harvey who takes the wall a body length ahead. 2:24.38 for Joel Harvey. Oliver Smith goes at 2:25.67 to finish second. Matthew Tompkinson third. This is heat 11. Thomas Collins is in lane 1 for Bassetlaw. 2, Laurentio Cholan for Corby. In 3, Finn Underwood for Rushton. 4, Seth Hemsgilson for Repton. 5, Zach Jones for Northampton. In 6, Arian Naff for Corby. 7, Jackson Crabb for the City of Leicester. 8 is Edward Oscroft of Northampton. Seth Gilson leads through halfway. 1:06.64 for the Repton Summer. Gilson, 15 years old. A mix of 14, 15 and 16-year-old swimmers in this heat. But Gilson pulling well away from the pack now. Been a good championship for Seth Hemsgilson. Already taken 5 PBs so far. He goes another one in the 200 IM. 2:19.72 is a new lifetime best by, had to check that, almost 5 seconds. 4.5 seconds of his PB. Arian Naff goes at 2:22.84 to take second. Lorenzo Cholan third. This is heat 12. Emerson Blue Gobwelt in lane 1 for the City of Leicester. Benjamin Tunstall's in 2 for Nova. Jake Battle in 3 for Repton. Harry Lucas of the City of Leicester's in 4. Ryan Norton for Boston in 5. Eddie Barron for Nova in 6. Matteo Monaco, South Links in 7. William Newham, Calton Bingham in lane 8. Jake Battle leads in lane 3. A name that's come up time and time again, one of the standout swimmers from the championships. Has already broken 6 lifetime bests across the course of the last 2 weekends. 200 IMPB is 220.78. Might get caught though by lane 7. Will get caught by lane 7. Matteo Monaco goes 220.32. It's then Battle second in 220.87. And William Newham, 220.97, puts in third. This is heat 13. Total of 16 heats to this and then 3 more to come, so that makes this the last of the unseeded heats. Luke Chambers goes in lane 1 for Derby XL. It's Jack Goldfinch of Loughborough in 2. Aman Tethi for Rushton in 3. Zachary Drayson of Derby XL in 4. Alex Bates for Chesterfield in 5. Arthur Blacklaw, City of Leicester in 6. 7 is Morgan Farrar, City of Lincoln. 8 is Zach Hopkinson for Grantham. A long turn there for Jack Goldfinch, but he was a long way ahead at halfway. Second at the moment between Alex Bates and Morgan Farrar. Goldfinch, aged 19, from Loughborough Town. Swimming, would you believe, his first ever long course 200 IM. Leicestershire, of course, currently without a competition specification 50-metre pool. Short course PB is at 2:17, but that doesn't really mean a whole lot. Of course, it's really important to keep all your short course and long course times completely separate. So whatever he does here is going to be a long course PB. Not in the lead on the back end of this 200 IM though. That is Zachary Drayson of Derby XL in lane 4. Lane 7 is going to push him to the finish. It will be Drayson, but only by 2/100ths of a second. 2:20.16 for Zach Drayson. 2:20.18 for Farrar. This is heat 14. First in the cyclically seeded heats is heat 14. That means that Rico Brinchman in the center is the third fastest competitor to enter this competition. Elsewhere, Ryan Coles is in lane 1 for Daventry. Max Holland in lane 2 for Nova. 3 is Joseph Mulligan for Nova. 5, Tyler Toombs for Nova. 6 is Jacob Pemberton for Derby XL. 7, Ethan Randall for Corby. 8, Thomas Townsend for Repson. Rico Brinchman leads, no surprises there. Tyler Toombs trying to keep with him though. Likely to be these two up against each other again in the final tonight. And it will be Rico Brinchman that takes the win in 2:15.99. Tyler Toombs 2:17.17 puts him second, and Jacob Pemberton third. This is heat 15. Notification of a disqualification. The swimmer in event number 505, heat 13, lane 1, was disqualified for a technical infraction. Carlos Sierra Belgas of Chesterfield. It goes in lane 1 on this one. Thomas McNamara of Loughborough in 2. Elliot Sibley for Repton in 3. 5 is Benjamin Roberts for Grantham. 6, Nicolas Saucopavolo of Nova Centurion. 7, Dominic Bartoletti of Repton. And 8 is Samuel Green for Bassetlaw. Benjamin Roberts of Grantham is first, 144.24. Sibley, 144.93 goes second. Hardly anything between those two. And Thomas McNamara in the mix as well. Carlo Bielgas in the mix too. Lane 5, Benjamin Roberts might just get there ahead of Elliot Sibley, but it'll be tight on the wall. It is Roberts first, 2:16.10, 1/10 of a second between Roberts and Sibley. Third is Carlo Bielgas in 2:17.18. McNamara only just fractions behind. One more heat of this to go. This is Heat 16, the final heat. Fastest heat at the open mile 200 metres I am. Eden Rowe goes in lane 1. 2 is Jack Smith for the City of Leicester. 3, Roman Levchenko for Derby XL. 4, Austin Manley of Repton. Lane 5 is Northampton's Jack Bignell. 6, Corby's Ethan Soppin Moss. 7, Northampton's Jack Hurry. 8, Lewis Fitch, City of Leicester. Notification of a disqualification. The swimmer in event 5:05, heat 14, lane 4, was disqualified for a technical infraction. Huge swim from lane 3, this. Roman Levchenko, the 17-year-old from Derby XL, has gone to 2:14.49 to win by 3 meters. Jack Bignell, 2:16.66, finishes second. Austin Manley, the 15-year-old, goes 2:17.94. Be interested to watch his final later. Remember, just in the 15 years age group, so he'll definitely get into that final. Now, coming up some 50s, there's not really very many heats. I know it's hot. I know we've been here forever. Me too. But a little bit of applause wouldn't go amiss at the end of each heat. So let's just make sure we're remembering that these swimmers have qualified for regionals, swimming at the regional championships, biggest stage for them. Let's make sure we're supporting them. The starter has come back to life. That's good. The girls, 50 meters backstroke, he won. Bianca Banias at Nova goes in 1. Esme Haynes and Northampton in 2. Ivy Smalley for Nova in 3. Charlotte Lucas, City Leicester in 4. Summer Woodcock of Bassett Law in 5. Isabella Derbyshire for City Leicester in 6. Emmy Rose Power, City Leicester in 7. First into the wall there was Ivy Smalley, 36.84. Isabella Derbyshire, 36.95, puts her second. Summer Woodcock in third. This is heat 2. Georgia Sullivan is in lane 1 for Nova. In 2, Miley Richardson for the City of Lincoln. 3, Martha Blake for Corby. 4, Lily Mae Clark, Grantham. In 5, Catherine Fletcher, City of Leicester. 6, Amelia Bricknell for Nova. 7 is Esme Michael for the City of Leicester. 8, Isabel Pavlowski of Corby. It will be outside lane here. Georgia Sullivan from lane 1 will take the win in the second heat in the girls 50 backstroke, 34.88. Martha Blake goes a 36.18 to finish second. This is heat 3. Kaya Lockton goes in lane 1 for Loughborough. Ellie Wan of Reptons in 2. Ivy Lowe, City Leicester in 3. Bethany Henson Colville in 4. Catherine Pigeon Liu of Derby Phoenix goes in 5. Rochelle Moore Colville in 6. Evie Newman, Lincoln Vulcans in 7. Remy Berry, City of Lincoln goes in lane 8. Evie Newman looking strong for Vulcans in lane 7, but Kaya Lockton also going really well on the outside. Could the Loughborough swimmer in lane 1 snatch this, or will it be 7? It is. Lockton in lane 1, 35.89 for Kaya Lockton. Evie Newman second, 35.92. This is heat 4. The swimmer in event 505, heat 15, lane 3, was disqualified for a technical infraction. Eve Plunkett seems to be ahead on this one, but only by the smallest of margins. Lane 2, Isla Fowler coming back fast. It will be Eve Plunkett in 34.46. Fowler goes at 34.63 to finish second. And then Erin McNichol finish is in third. This is heat 5. Fifth heat of the girls, 50 meters backstroke. Only 13 heats of this one. Vida Coulson goes in 1. This is Giroud in 2. Isabel Tag in 3. Ava Olivich in 4. Caitlin Davidson in 5. Sienna Brett in 6. 7 Olivia Tag in 8 is Violet Blackett. It will be lane 4. Ava Olivich that goes 33.81 to take the heat. Alyssa Giroud goes at 34.50 to place second from lane 2. This is heat 6. Alicia Smith goes in 1. 2 is Libby Vickers. 3, Megan Blair. 4, Jasmine Singh. 5, Kira Parker. 6, Ivy Brown. 7, Karis Thomas. 8 is Megan Hector. Megan Hector in lane 8, going pretty nicely through the first 35 meters. Karis Thomas coming back strong in lane 7. But first under the flags is Megan Hector in lane 8. Can she hold on for the finish? She can. 34.28 for Megan Hector to take it from the outside. About half a second underneath her time that she'd entered on. All swimmers within a second of each other. This is heat 7. Melanie Badenhorst goes in lane 1. In 2, it's Zoe Simmons. 3, Stancy Crow. 4, Olivia Bevan. 5, Alice Hunt. 6 is Lucy Willets. 7, Isabel Alsop. 8, Emily Talks. Isabel Alsop going well, but watch out for lane 2. That's Zoe Simmons. One of these two will get on the wall first. It is Simmons, 33.94 to Alsop's 34.01. 7/100ths of a second between first and second place. Willets in 3rd. This is heat 8. Dorothy Plumpton's in lane 1 with Lucy Tongue in 2, Isabel Joyner in 3, Zoe Ellis in 4, Anna Clark in 5, Olivia Graham's in 6, Effie Chapman's in 7, Isabel Oldale is in lane 8. Zoe Ellis of Leicester Sharks. The 16-year-old enters on a 33.30, takes the wall in 32.98. Isabel Joyner, 2nd place, and Olivia Graham in 3rd. This is heat 9. Well, this is pretty much a straight wall of swimmers as they pass underneath the flags. Lane 2 looking strong. Daisy Taylor might take this just about, but it'll be tight. It is Daisy Taylor, 33.04 for Taylor to touch first. Carter 2nd in 33.33. And Jessica Lee in 3rd. This is heat 10. Lane 1 is Faye, Aiton Jones with Imogen Howitt in 2, Emily Batchelor's in 3, Martha Manson in 4, Maisie Lee Simpson Dawson in 5, Julia Joswiak goes in 6, Millicent Goldfinch in 7, and Maisie Matthews in lane 8. Faye Aiton Jones swimming well in lane 1. Can she pull ahead from there? The 16-year-old from Corby takes the flags first, but lane 4 only just behind her. It is Faye Aiton Jones in 32.59. Second place was Martha Manson and Julia Joswiak in 3rd. This is heat 11. Lane 1 is Evie Bevan for the City of Leicester. 3, Rachel Webb for the City of Lincoln. In 4, Hannah Capron for Repton. 5 is Abby Turnbull for Carlton Forum. In 6, Amelia Chescheek, Northampton. 7 is Jenny Finch, City of Leicester. 8 is Annabelle J for Grantham. Hannah Capron of Repton pulling ahead. No surprise to see that. This is the first of the seeded heats. 30.51 her entry time. She goes at 30.43 underneath her entry there, Hannah Capron. Amelia Chescheek at 31.50. And Turnbull at 31.96 places her 3rd. This is heat 12. Lane 1 is Emily Hewitt. In 2, Charlotte Byron. 3 is Maya Al-Mohammed. In 4, Eloise Cole. 5 is Emma Croker. In 6, Isabel Cameron. 7, Miley Aram. 8 is Amelia Denham. Eloise Cole powering through these last 5 meters. How fast does she go? It's a 31.01 for Eloise Cole. Maya Al-Mohammed's a 31.79 to finish 2nd. One more heat to go. This is heat 13. Fastest heat in theory of the 50 meters backstroke. Alice Street is in 1 with Elsie Hatton in 2, Sarah Dew in 3, Charlotte Hall in 4, Isabel Wright in 5, Grace Wingham in 6, Annabelle Blackbird in 7, and Olivia Mail in lane 8. Charlotte Hall enters on a 30.10. Her lifetime best long course is a 30.21. She's side by side with Sarah Dew into the final few. It is 30.99 for Charlotte Hall to take first in the 13th heat of the 50 backstroke. Sarah Dew takes second, and Grace Wingham's third. And that is Regionals 2025 heats done. Hallelujah. We have got finals, one more final session due to come up very soon. Those finals due to start at 2:30. 2 o'clock warm-up for a 2:30 start for the finals. So go out and get some fresh air. Make sure you're fully fueled. And then join us again. And you guys in the gallery, make sure you bring your voices. I know that it's tiring. I know that it's hot. I know we've been here forever. But I'd love to hear loads of support for all of our athletes during the last final session of the Swimming East Midlands Long Course Championships 2025. I will see you in an hour. Have a great rest.